It was Christmas Eve, and my heart was pounding as I approached Lou's Chateau, the fanciest restaurant in town. My stepdaughter, Lily, had called me earlier that week, insisting I join her and her friends for a special dinner. I smiled at her thoughtfulness, secretly hoping this would finally bridge the gap between us after years of tension. But the moment I stepped inside, something felt off. The restaurant was buzzing with laughter, clinking glasses, and soft jazz music, but no one was looking at me. I scanned the room, searching for Lily's familiar face, only to freeze. Everyone was already there. My husband, my so-called perfect family, all laughing together, their eyes sparkled with excitement, but glaringly empty of any warmth toward me. I tried to approach, but my husband raised his glass in a toast, deliberately ignoring me. Lily waved politely but without real affection, as if I were an intruder. My chest tightened. Something was wrong. Very wrong. The night progressed, and the tension became unbearable. I was seated alone at the corner, my plate cold and untouched, while everyone else enjoyed a lavish feast. My mind raced. Why would Lily do this? Why would my husband humiliate me like this on Christmas? Then it hit me. The way they whisper when I pass by, the subtle smirks, the carefully timed jokes at my expense. This wasn't a mistake. This was a trap. A public display to make me feel small, unworthy, invisible. My stomach churned with a mix of anger and heartbreak. But as I sat there, watching them revel in their plan, a spark ignited inside me, a cold, sharp determination. I realized this wasn't just about me being embarrassed. This was about reclaiming my dignity, my voice, and showing them that I was not someone to be toyed with. I excused myself from the table, feigning calm, and walked straight to the restaurant manager. "Excuse me," I said softly. "I need to arrange something special for the family over there. Could you please bring them a surprise dessert?" The manager raised an eyebrow but nodded, clearly intrigued. I whispered instructions, leaving no detail to chance. I then returned to my corner, sitting back as the restaurant lights dimmed for a moment. A hush fell over the room. Seconds later, servers appeared, carrying a massive, glittering cake, topped with a dozen sparklers. The name written on it? "To the family who forgot me." Gasps echoed around the restaurant as the flames flickered and reflected in everyone's eyes. My husband froze. Lily's smile faltered. The laughter that had once surrounded them was gone, replaced by stunned silence. I stood slowly, walking toward them, the soft clicking of my heels echoing like a drumbeat. "Merry Christmas," I said, my voice calm but icy. "I thought you might need a little reminder that I'm here, that I matter." My husband opened his mouth, but no words came. Lily's friends exchanged uncomfortable glances. I reached the table, set my hand lightly on the cake, and let the moment linger. Every second of their discomfort was my victory. The whispers, the mocking smiles, the subtle attempt to push me away, they all crumbled under the weight of a single truth. I wasn't invisible. By the time I left the restaurant, I felt lighter, not because they had apologized. They hadn't. But because I had reclaimed my power. That night, I learned a lesson more valuable than any gift. Respect isn't given, it's commanded. And sometimes, the sweetest revenge is simply showing that you won't be forgotten. As I stepped into the snowy night, the sparkling lights of the city reflecting off the streets, I knew one thing. Next Christmas, they would remember me, not as someone to ignore, but as someone who could rise, silently and flawlessly, and turn their humiliation into my triumph.